Strength, episode 9. I'm Brian Pride, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the lifting program I've been working through. We did a brief prelim starting strength before, but I did have a question this week on what the warm-ups look like. We talked about starting strength being a linear progression so that every time you do a lift, you raise the weight just a little bit more, so that each time you're doing more weight. Well, that's for your work sets. But for your warm-ups, I do 5 warm-up sets for each lift that I do. And the lifts that I primarily do are the squat, the press, the deadlift, the bench press, and I've been trying the power clean. I think I'm probably going to take the power clean out of rotation for a couple reasons, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But for those warm-ups, if I try to squat 300 pounds cold, even if I've just taken a walk for 5 minutes, I'm probably going to end up hurting myself. It's too much to just pick up straight off the bat. So for warm-ups, I actually start with the empty bar. Just 45 pounds, do 2 sets of 5 with the empty bar, and then I raise the weight about 20%, maybe a little more than 20%. So let's take the last time I did squats. I start off with the empty bar at 45 pounds, 2 sets of 5. The next set was at 110 pounds for a set of 5. The next warm-up set was 175 pounds for a set of 3, because now we're starting to get heavier and we don't want to wear ourselves out before the work sets. And then the 5th warm-up set was 240 pounds for a set of 2. And then we load the bar with the 300 pounds that we needed for the work sets. And I was able to get 3 sets of 5 out. Now you might remember I was up to about 320 on the squat, and I actually got 320 out, 3 sets of 5, but when we went back to the video, I wasn't down parallel, or just below. So I backed off a little bit, and it went to 300 pounds, and the first time I did the 300, I didn't make it. That last inch or inch and a half for me to go from just above to just parallel or just barely below made a huge difference in my ability to get that weight up out of the hole. So we managed to get it last time. The 5th rep on the 3rd set was really tough, but we cranked it out. Today we're going to be doing 305. We talked about the power clean really briefly. I've worked into the rotation, but I'm really getting soreness in the upper arm that's not going away. Looking a little bit on the starting strength forums, it looks like that's probably bicep tendonitis, where I'm straightening the tendons. And I think a big reason for that is that I don't have bumper plates, and I don't even have a proper platform here to keep from damaging my floor if I were to drop these iron weights, which isn't advisable anyway. So I've actually been catching the power clean at mid-thigh. So the power clean, you actually take it off the floor, you bring it up quickly to about mid-thigh, jump or explosively burst to bring the bar up and catch it on your shoulders. Well, from there you're supposed to be able to drop the bar under control back down to the floor. But without bumper plates and with iron weights and a concrete floor here with very little padding on it, I could very easily break my floor, which I don't want to do. So I've been catching the bar. And I think that's putting a whole lot of stress on my shoulders and the bicep tendons there. So I think I'm going to take that out of the rotation for now, at least until I can get a proper platform built and maybe find a way to either get some bumper plates or some additional padding so that when I do drop the weights, I don't destroy things. You might notice we're still under construction. I've got a new wall behind me, fresh drywall. Yesterday was Saturday. I took the day off of lifting again because I spent the whole day working in the room next door, framing up some additional walls, trying to do some real finish work to the basement. So we're Sunday here. It's about lunchtime. I'm going to try and get my lifting in before lunch. Let's see how we do. All right, I'm getting ready to start my work sets here at 305 pounds. Before this, I did 2 sets with just the 45-pound bar of 5 reps each. I did a third warm-up at 110 pounds with 5 reps. Then I did 175 for 3 reps and 240 for 2 reps to warm up everything involved in the squat prior to getting to this 305 pounds. Let's see how I do. Alright, getting ready for our work sets on the press. We did 2 warm-ups with the empty bar at 45. Then we did a set of 5 at 70 pounds. We did a set of 3 at 95 pounds. We did a set of 2 at 145 pounds. Now we're ready for our 3 work sets. This is 145 pounds. This is the most I've done on these, so let's see how we do. Alright, 3rd set. That 5th one on the 2nd set was tough. I'm not going to let that intimidate me. We're going to get it. Got it. 145. It's the heaviest yet. Alright, we're up to our work set on the deadlift. We warmed up to this with 2 sets at 115, which are 35-pound plates on the end. Then we did a set of 5 at 175, a set of 3 at 225, and then a set of 2 at 280 pounds. Now we're up to 330. I've pulled 330 before, but when I was doing it last, I worked up to 340. I was taking huge breaks around the 3rd and 4th and 5th rep because I was out of breath. So we backed it down a little bit. See if we can pull these 5 with very limited pauses in between, just enough to set, take my breath, and pull it. So 5 reps at 330 pounds here. Don't forget to live every day with righteous strength.